But if you have any ideas about what you would like to see us compete at in 2021,
Let us know your suggestions.
that is going to be competitive.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Competitive, fun, and fair as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, competitive and fair. If it's competitive, it's probably going to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not really having fun anymore.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'm over it.
Yeah. I've heard on multiple occasions from different clients, you guys are like an old married couple, just
Yep.
bickering. I was like, we're not bickering, we're bantering.
This is how we communicate now.
That's right.
Deal with this.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's a relative squat challenge, guys. So I know I've got the heavier squat, but it's all based on our body weight, and I'm still fat. And I was like, you know what? I could still be fat and win this on relative weight. And then Adrian got just way stronger than I was expecting. I'm like, no, you dog. So now I'm actually having to try to cut weight, and there's some calorie counting. Oh, it's the worst.
We're up.
We are live. Welcome back, everybody, to the Big Flex.
Welcome back, everyone. It's been a little while.
It's been a little while, and it's not because we're lazy. We've just been real busy.
I'm going to say it's just because we've been tired. I'm exhausted all of the time.
Yeah. Why are you exhausted, Adrian?
The squat challenge has been taking up most of my time and energy, and I have been training, and when I'm not training, I'm eating, and when I'm not eating, I'm sleeping. And that's almost all that I've been doing.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
The squat challenge is slowly starting to break my physical form and my spirit a little bit.
I was going to say, it's starting to break my physical form and my spirit. My soul hurts. But I'm getting stronger.
We're both getting stronger, which is nice.
It is nice,
Yeah.
but I'm also way over it. I've been saying this for a little while. I just want to, like most of our clients, if we let them, just like kind of stroll in a little bit late, kind of skip out on their warm-ups, miss out half their sets, talk a bunch of crap, and then just leave early. Like, I would really look forward to one of those sessions.
I don't do that with any of my clients. Who do you do that with?
No, that's what I'm saying. If we let them, that's what people would do. You know what I mean?
Some of them, yeah.
Absolutely. You want to enjoy your time at the gym.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to one of those sessions again.
Unless you're Megan that comes in and starts to do 1RMs when it's a 3x5 day. I don't know.
Just absolutely crushing it.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's all good. But yeah, basically squat challenge, guys. We are a week and 2.5, or a week and 3 days away.
Yeah.
It's happening on Boxing Day.
It's
Thursday now, so it's real soon.
Speaking of Boxing Day, Christmas is the day before that. That came out of nowhere.
It came real fast.
Creeped up real fast.
Yeah.
It kind of snuck way up on us.
Yeah.
We'll jump into Christmas a little bit later.
Yeah.
So the squat challenge itself, we've kind of decided a few bits and pieces, but we haven't really laid down the firm
So basically,
it's going
to be on Boxing Day. We are going to have it as a closed gym event. We're not going to have a bunch of people here. Some people have been asking about it.
Closed gym event means if you knock on the door, we'll pretend you don't exist.
Yeah, I've got a deadbolt, which I'm going to deadbolt, and then I'm going to let myself in the back. So the gym will be locked. So don't come on Boxing Day because we're going to do our private squat challenge. And there's a few reasons. One is we don't in the lead up to this squat challenge, we've been talking a fair bit of to each other. A lot. We've been trying to get into each other's heads. Just play, the alpha dog card, and it's been fun.
You know what, though? If you watch back some of the other previous podcasts, Neville say things like, "I'm living up here rent free."
I was living up there rent free.
But what he didn't realize is that I was in the beginning of this challenge. I was kind of not really 100% in it. And then he pushed me just a little too far, and it's just been fuel for the fire. I ran out of steam about 4 months ago, and I've been gunning through this competition on spite and my unhealthy need for competition alone. Like if you weren't pushing me so hard and talking so much trash, there's no way I would be where I am.
But it's good. It's good, and it's forcing me to be better too. Because to be fair to Adrian, it's a relative squat challenge, guys. So I know I've got the heavier squat, but it's all based on our body weight, and I'm still fat. And I was like, you know what? I could still be fat and win this on relative weight. And then Adrian got just way stronger than I was expecting. I'm like, no, you dog. So now I'm actually having to try to cut weight, and there's some calorie counting. Oh, it's the worst.
It sucks.
So I'm over it. But like I said, it's just only a little bit over a week, and then it's done. It is done. But yeah, so basically, closed door event. We're going to film the whole thing, so we will still put up the video, so everyone that wants to see can see it.
Instagram Live sort of thing, right?
We might do some Instagram Live, but I'm going to film everything on the nice cameras too. So we'll have good coverage and a few different angles. But I think on the day, because we've been talking so much trash, when we have trained together, it's been really encouraging, like helping each other out, trying to lift as heavy as we can.
Yeah,
we're both on PB form at the moment. So I don't know if should we tell people what we're squatting, or should we just leave it for the actual squat challenge video?
I mean, tell people what we've hit like the week leading up.
Let's just say that,
what do you think?
That Adrian and I are both on PBs, all right? We're both squatting heavier than we've ever squatted before.
All-time PBs?
Both all-time PBs.
Yep.
And it's exciting. And in terms of body weight compared to body weight, it's pretty comparable. It's going to be a good competition.
And it has been for a little while as well.
Yeah, it has been. It's been within
like about the last 2 months.
Between 0.1 and 0.4, roughly. Like it's pretty close.
It's going to be close. It's going to be really close.
Yeah. Between a couple of percent there. Yeah. So it's good. But so we are going to film it on the day. We didn't want anyone there that was going to be like sort of giving banter and niggly stuff, because we want to be just straight up helping each other on the day to get as heavy a squat as possible.
We want it to be a positive event, and if we have people coming in like distracting us during the lift or trying to psych us out or anything like that, it's been good leading up to it, because we've been training with each other. We've been like helping each other, same setup. We've been doing the same exact thing, so we just want that consistency.
Yeah. And then the last thing is, if we have, so we're going to use the above mono chain safeties. So generally it's always going to be side spots for 1RMs, but again, we would hate to have worked so hard for 5 months and then do a squat and have one of the side spotters accidentally touch the bar early or something like that. So we're just trying to avoid anything like that. It's going to be him and me on the day. One will pull the mono for the other. We have the safeties all set up. So we're feeling pretty good about it.
And that being said, the mono that we have is marketed as one of the safest squatting cages of all time.
It's a Valhalla strength mono lift.
Yeah.
And I've seen video of guys failing with well over 450 kilos landing in it, and the thing just sort of and just settles.
It's been good.
Yeah, it's been great.
We've done a tester session to see how much it could take, not intentionally, of course, but it's good. It's good to know.
Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure that's what hurt my bicep. So
it's good to know that no matter how heavy we squat, we're not going to die.
Yeah,
that was It's comforting.
And it's good with a little over a week out, no serious injuries. Adrian had
definitely injuries,
but no serious injuries. Nothing that's preventing us from doing the squat challenge. Basically, Adrian had a tweak in his hammy or calf.
In my hamstring.
In his hammy.
Yeah, I think I wrapped a little too tight, and then I heard a bit of a crunch in one of my last reps last week, and it was bruised, spasming, sore all week. I only was able to wear my knee wraps again a week later, and my knee sleeves hurt more than the wraps for some reason on Tuesday, and it's just coming good now. Still hurts a little bit, so I'm still being cautious. But yeah, it's finally coming good.
Yeah.
And then you
and then
tweaked your bicep.
Something to that. My elbows were always a little dicky from after playing rugby for a lot of years, and I failed on a big squat attempt. I just sort of lost focus, and I actually failed quite high up in the squat. Usually I'll fail towards the bottom, and so I had a long way back down, and it just sort of like over compressed and just sort of jammed my bicep. I don't know if there's like a small tear in there, but when I try to push it back to low bar, especially when I'm loading that weight up on the bar, it's really painful. So I've been having my healthy dose of anti-inflammatories and an ice pack after every session the last week and a half. But that's all right.
Trying to hold off until after the squat challenge before we rest our bodies.
Yeah, but we're going to get a nice rest afterwards. And like I said, it's really uncomfortable, but it's not going to prevent me from squatting heavy on the day. It's not a structural injury that's going to throw my squat off.
We have had a few little bits and pieces that we've been trying to deal with from the very beginning. Like you had issues with your shoulder a while ago, and that was kind of preventing you from getting into a low bar position almost at the start of the challenge.
Yeah, 5 months ago. And that was from running. I tell you what, not only is marathon running easy, endurance.
How ironic.
Even though endurance sports, they're easy.
I ran a marathon and then my shoulder started hurting?
Because like you're running, maybe I just had terrible technique, but like you're running with like this repetitive movement, and apparently your shoulders anyway, my rotator cuff was jacked up from the running, but it feels good now. And the shoulders are good. I can get into a nice low bar, I've never been a low bar squatter anyway, but I can get into a lower bar position. But yeah, just that bicep is playing up at the moment. But it'll be fine for the squats.
I've had 100 little niggles during this challenge, and I'm going to give most of the credit to the reason why my body is still working to Ash. I've been getting dry needling and soft tissue work once a week for the last 6 months.
That's nice. I've been going once a fortnight.
That once a week. If I wasn't seeing her, I would have stopped this challenge a while ago. Everything hurts all the time. And I feel like I've been beat up by a bunch of kids with hockey sticks after I see her. But a couple days after, I'm good to go again. So
yeah.
It's been good. It's been real
good.
Nice.
But yeah, we're squatting a lot at the moment, like 4 times a week, 3 times a week at the moment.
Yep.
And Monday is our last heavy day, and then we're deloading the rest of the week, and the challenge is on Saturday. And that's interesting as well, because we talk about tapering. People taper differently. Some people taper up to 2 weeks, and then a lot of the science will show that after 2 weeks you go into detraining, where like you start to decrease your performance.
Yep.
But I found that anything over a week, my central nervous system is just not ready to go. It can't lift heavy. So I think for me personally, a 5-day taper is sort of perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone's a little different. So I'm basing mine off about a 5 day. I think you're doing about the same 5-6 days.
I've never done 1 reps like this before. Getting up to a heavy squat like this before.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how it's going to go, because after each of the deloads that we've had, that week coming back, I feel goofy. I feel weird. Just not having that much weight on my body.
Yeah, so I think what we do is
so that shorter deload.
It's going to be a 5-day deload, and then on top of that, we're not squatting during those 5 days. We're just going to do basically our warm ups. So we're still getting the bar in the back, hitting the movement. It's just not as heavy. So that's exciting, and maybe we should talk a bit more about that. So basically, on the day. Well, first of all, we're doing a 24-hour weigh-in. So we're going to wake up first thing like 6 a.m. on Christmas morning.
Yep.
Weigh in on Christmas morning, as per GPC rule set, 24-hour weigh-in. And then the challenge is on Boxing Day. So with the challenge itself, we're going to go 3 attempts, so 3 squats. And the reason why is we're basically running everything else like it would be on a comp. We're doing a 24-hour weigh-in. We're wearing the squatting soft suits. If there's questions about depth, we're sending it off to Zoe, who's a world level referee for GPC and CAPO.
We're going to be wearing IPF approved everything.
Well, basically IPF approved belts, even though it's not IPF but GPC, but different. But we're wearing everything is above bar. So we're going to go 3 attempts because there does need to be some level of strategicness when you're planning your squats. This is not where we get to go 5, 6, 7 attempts and just keep going. Basically, we got 3 attempts for the challenge. Let's say we bomb out, or let's say you miss your last 2, but you think you got a bit more in the tank. Well, the squat challenge is done. We'll still go for maybe an all-time PB at the end if you want. But for the squat challenge, we got 3 attempts to get it done.
So we were talking about that, and the squat challenge, we could win the squat challenge and then push out another rep and then actually win the squat challenge, but it's not official. So we're going to have, if that does happen, the squat challenge champion, and then what should we call if that happens?
Well, no, I mean, it's just the squat challenge victory is the squat challenge victory.
So you get the one of those 3 attempts.
You can have the moral when I guess maybe if the person that loses the squat challenge does like a big 4th or 5th attempt. But basically for the squat challenge itself,
the sentence will go like, so I lost the squat challenge, but I still technically kind of won.
Yeah.
Like
no. Whoever wins the squat challenge wins the squat challenge.
Basically, what I'm getting at is, let's say I win the squat challenge and then you go a heavier set and win. Are you going to be able to say that I won the squat challenge?
Yes.
All right, good. It's on film.
I will be a good sport on the day. As much trash as I've talked to you on the lead up, I intend to be a good sportsman on the day.
Which has been a lot of trash.
It has, but you've talked some trash back to me as well.
I have.
I intend to be a quality, a good sportsmanship on the day.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Also, daily updates on the week of. I thought this would be kind of fun. So basically, Adrian and I, the whole week leading up, starting on Sunday, this Sunday.
On the Saturday?
No, starting on this Sunday, which would be like Sunday, then we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
3 to 7. Okay,
right? Maybe we start on Saturday. 1 week out.
1 week out?
Yeah, 1 week out. I mean, it's 8 days because it's Saturday and we squat on Saturday.
Saturday.
So the last 7 to 8 days, guys, we're going to just take short film of ourselves, 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And I'm going to compile them all into the squat challenge video. And basically it's going to be
just like how we're feeling.
Our mental preparation, how we're feeling.
Kind of like a big brother, like the big chair moment.
The confessional room.
Yeah,
like
that sort of thing. And then just some other random stuff as well. Probably a bit of talking in there as well.
There will be some. Absolutely.
We'll give you a glimpse
into
into why we're both so strong. Just because the shit talking makes you stronger.
Yeah, it makes you channel the dark side.
It does. It does.
Yeah. So no, we're going to do that as well. I think that will be a bit of fun.
I think that will be fun.
Yeah.
We should definitely do a debrief. A debrief on the day, do you think? Or should we give it a little bit of a rest?
Well, at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, at the end, we'll come in here. I think we do a post-squad session podcast.
Like a post-game session, right?
Yeah. 100%. And we can talk about it then, because there is actually, this will also be a surprise for the video, but there's going to be some sort of, the victor gets to do something to the other person, if you recall. No, we're not going to explain that just yet.
We won't say what, but it's going to be good.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So that will be in the video too. I'm pretty excited about it.
It's going to be good regardless of who wins as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Cool.
So that's the squad challenge.
The squad
kicked
challenge
off for now.
And then the day before the squad challenge, Christmas. So speaking of Christmas,
I'm gonna eat so much pie.
I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that 24-hour weigh-in, so I can actually eat on Christmas. But yeah, just a couple of things. So opening hours, pretty much unchanged. There's not a whole lot of big changes for opening hours for all of our lovely members out there.
Correct.
Reach having a few days off here and there, so let us know if you want to have some time off, because I mean, I'm doing a squad challenge on Boxing Day. I'm not having time off before then. I'm going all the way through.
Yeah. Well, basically, you're not going all the way through, because we are having some time off next week. So basically, is that I'm just taking the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so 24th, 5th, 6th off, and then the Monday, Tuesday afterwards. But then I'll be working after that. So
same deals.
We're not taking any time off, which means unless you are out of town,
most of the public
members and clients and fantastic patrons of the Strength Institute, we expect you to be at your sessions with a belly full of turkey. I don't care, but we're going to get some slinging some heavy weights.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plans for the new year, Adrian?
Well, my plans for the new year were going to be to just rest for like a whole month after this squat challenge, because every part of my entire body hurts. But then we were planning out the States comp, which is the first weekend of May.
Yes, 1st and 2nd of May.
Yeah, and so I wrote a skeleton program and then put it in my program in True Coach, and it starts 1 week after our squat challenge.
Oh, no.
And I'm not at all excited about that. So now I can't back out either, because we've talked about it so much. We've got so much client interest, and a bunch of our clients are in, and so we're going to do this squat challenge. I'm going to have a 1 week deload and then jump right into 4 weeks of volume.
Yeah.
And I'm just not happy about that. I'm quite upset, actually.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to lots and lots of rest. But it looks like plans for the new year, we're going to be competing in States.
Well, that's the plan. We wanted to get a group of 10 lifters at least to go to States. Keep in mind, States will sell out quickly.
Yes.
So we need to be on the ball. And if you are interested, let us know. We already know a few people that are interested, because as soon as they get released, we have to jump on getting those tickets. Otherwise, they will sell out and you will not have a spot. And we want to get at least 10 people.
So if you're one of those people who is interested in States, go to the GPC Australia site, get yourself a membership, and just keep your eye out for those tickets.
Yeah, and there's also the Facebook page, which will tell you about the times. And I'm pretty sure it actually says when they open up the registrations. Might be in February. I've got to double check that.
I don't think I've seen that yet, actually.
Yeah, Fiona was telling me about it. So
okay.
There is a sort of estimated time of when we'll be able to register for that. So
oh, no. What happens if someone misses out on registering and then they have to rest for 6 months?
Oh no. But yeah, basically that skeleton plan that Adrian talked about, we're going to some a bit of volume and then some general strength and some peaking and strength specific leading into the comp. And it will be kind of fun because it will sort of synchronize those 10 or so people that are going to be competing's programs. Now, obviously, everyone's going to be training a little differently,
but
depending on the person.
I'm going to be working a couple of my clients with the exact same phases that I'm at. So we're going to be doing the same block of volume, the same general, the same like peaking at the same time, all leading up to the comp. We're going to be deloading at the same time. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah. And I think that on Saturdays, potentially, we might have like the powerlifting team session. So anyone
Something
that is
like that
competing
would be cool.
can come around the same time and we can all help each other out with some of the other lifts, So it'll be a bit of fun.
All wear our soft suits together.
Oh, yes.
What about you? Goals. So another point there, goals for the gym, because I know that you can't help yourself, and sometimes you go on these crazy tangents, and I come in and there's all sorts of new crazy equipment.
Yes.
What's happening in the gym in the new year? You got any plans?
There is some stuff that should be scheduled to arrive mid-January, but it's not equipment as in like lots of new things. It's more like storage solutions to try to free up a bit of space of stuff that's on the floor and in weird places. So basically at the start of the year will just be like I'll be able to finish tidying up the back end of the gym around the deadlift platform. Just getting weights off the floor, wall-mounted stuff. So, yeah, that's all coming in January. But no big purchases just yet. There's always stuff in the back of my mind, right? And I'm hanging out, but you got to find the good deals.
But the way that things have been going, I thought you were just going to very slowly start selling off all the equipment and just keep buying more cages until there's nothing but cages in the gym.
Well, we got 2 hammer strength cages, a normal multi-rack, and then the monolift, plus the rig with the rings that we can also squat out of.
And then you were talking about the 2 bench setups we have, just
so those 2 bench setups,
combo racks that you could also squat.
Correct, yeah. So they're basically IPF spec'd bench presses, which means it's just like the correct specifications of like how wide and tall and everything like that. But they're bench press only. Now, Rogue make a really nice combo rack, and for those who know what a combo rack is, whoa. Wait, one sec.
So what's going on?
Yeah, for those that don't know what a combo rack is, basically Rogue make a really nice combo rack, and it's a bench press, but where you have the bar resting on the uprights, it actually has 2 lots of uprights built into each one, 2 rackable areas, and you can actually take the bench out and turn it into a squat rack.
Cool.
So you can use it as a squat station or a bench press station. So that's a combo rack. They are a little pricey. That's why they're not on the immediate to get list. But eventually we'll have that, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places to squat. Ooh, so exciting! All at once. We'll have a squattage day.
We have never run into that issue when we've had too many people squatting and had to be like, you have to wait.
No, but we regularly do use all the cages. So yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Just in case.
Just in case. And I'm always keeping an eye open. Basically, I've got a full hammer strength squat cage. I've got a multi-rack squat cage, which is the same footprint as the full cage, but the first 2 uprights are only 3/4 high, and there's nothing above you. So you can do all your overhead work in them, and that's really cool. And so I've got my eye open for a hammer strength half rack. And then I'll have all 3. I'll have the half rack, the multi-rack, and the full rack. So that is sort of like my little dream setup here. But they are like $7,000 new. So I'm looking for a second-hand one. So if anyone knows of a second-hand hammer strength half rack, let me know. And we'll see if we can hash out a deal.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But that's basically it. And in terms of personal goals for the new year, obviously I wanted to do a GPC States in May because even though I've coached a lot of powerlifting now, I've never actually competed myself. My competition background is in strongman, right? So I'm really excited about that. However, this year I basically put jiu-jitsu to the side, Brazilian jiu-jitsu to the side, because I was just too busy. When the COVID stuff was going on, you couldn't go in anyway. And then we were filming lots, and then it was really busy. We got this extra boom when we first came back to work. And then we're training for the squat challenge, and all this stuff was happening. I wasn't training, so I put my membership on hold, and I miss it a lot. I really enjoy strangling people and getting a little strangled sometimes. All right, it's not just that. I enjoy that sort of competition. It's tough, it's physical, it's competitive, it's strategic. I really enjoy it, and I miss it. It's very addictive. So. I can't wait to get back into that. The only reason why I stopped now was, I just couldn't risk twisting a knee or an ankle. After so much work of squatting.
In the same boat. I was doing a whole bunch of other things at the start of this squat challenge, and I've stopped doing everything. I was even doing. There were more challenges that I had in conjunction with the squat challenge, like my jump height, but. With the squat challenge, all the squatting and deadlifting, my calves just were not feeling good, so I had to back that way off. I've sacrificed every other type of training and every other thing that I was doing, and I just squat and then rest and get myself ready for the next time that I squat. And as much as I dislike it and complain about how tired I am all the time, I've never actually given my strength training the time of day like I have over this 6 months.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that I could get this strong. I didn't think I would be pushing over 200. I thought I was going to be struggling for 200.
Yeah. And let's just say, without telling you what he's pushing, he is squatting over 200 comfortably now.
Comfortably?
Well,
I don't know
regularly.
Yeah. And
regularly.
So, in terms of goals for the new year, that 6 month, kind of 5-6 month lead up to the States comp, I haven't even been benching. So, we'll see how that goes.
Well, that's the thing, is that we've put all this effort into just squatting. I was doing bench and deadlifts up until about 2 weeks ago, and then I was starting to get these niggles. I'm like, I'm just going to focus on the squats.
I threw the deadlifts.
Right.
All the accessory work out the window.
Yeah.
I've just been squatting.
So when we training for powerlifting, it's three lift meets. Yeah. So we're actually going to have to change how we are training and programming.
How to do everything.
How we recover. So it will be fun. I am looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But you're going to get back into some other stuff? Like I'm definitely going to do jiu-jitsu, even if it's only once or twice a week on the lead up to states. Because although I want to compete in states, there are some freaking monsters in there. So I'm not going to be going in with the intention of coming out as state champion, all right? You got guys like Rate who had 100 kilos of deadlifting almost 400. Like it's
looking
madness.
At those numbers, we're aiming for 3 times body weight in our challenge, and we've trained like animals for it. And these guys are getting 4 times and more. So there's no way that we're going to be winning anything. But that being said, I've never strictly given my strength training the time of day that I think it deserves. And this squat challenge has really highlighted that I can be pretty strong, more than I thought was possible.
Yeah.
And so for the next 6 months, I really just want to get stuck all the way into this and just see what I can do with this states challenge coming up. And then after that, I plan on just stopping weight training completely.
Completely? Can never stop completely.
For a little while and just go back into a maintenance phase.
Well, we have to figure out what our next challenge is going to be.
So that, speaking of challenges, Tito and Byron. Tito, you got to keep in front on bench, and Byron, you have to stay in front on deadlifts. I've set some challenges because this shit talking works so well. It made me so strong. So Byron's just in front of me on deadlifts, and Tito's just in front of me on bench.
Tito's still fat?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, come on, Tito.
I know.
Sort it out,
He's getting
mate.
better, but he is still
a
a little too fat.
Okay.
But yeah, now I've started getting them inspired to try and stay on top that little bit, and so I've got some challenges leading up to states as well. So it's going to keep me motivated for that.
Okay.
It's all about the shit talk.
All right. But yeah, so I mean, I think what we decided as well is that, because we were talking about like little competitions all the time between us, is that it can get a little bit, not negative, but it's like we're both competitive.
Very competitive. And so, I don't think we realized how competitive we each are.
Yeah.
So I think maybe like one a year.
Yeah.
Maximum.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, I think one a year is good. One a year. So we've got to figure out what that is. We'll figure that out for 2021.
Yep.
Maybe it could be a jiu-jitsu strangle-off. I don't know. Like,
well, you're obviously going to win that.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I got really good at squatting. I could maybe get really good at jiu-jitsu.
That's right.
That's a whole different. That's not relative. That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, but we'll figure that out in time.
So if you have any ideas about what you'd like to see us compete, now remember, the loser of the squat challenge gets to pick. Not straight out. It does have to be agreed upon by both of us, but they get to come up with the ideas.
Okay.
All right. And so, but if you have any ideas about what you would like to see us compete at in 2021,
let us know your suggestions.
That is going to be competitive.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Competitive, fun, and fair as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, competitive and fair. If it's competitive, it's probably going to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not really having fun anymore.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, competitive, fun, and fair.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones. Because as much as we do talk a whole lot of shit, we are still trying to keep things amicable. Even though I think we both could go a little further than that. Yeah, it's been pretty hard to kind of like reel it in.
Yeah.
Because I know that you like to get. I know that you had the mindset that you have about competition as all or nothing.
Yeah.
Win at all costs, sort of.
Win.
Yeah, yeah. And so I've been like Nev's mum. That like nagging, like, hey, don't be mean to your friends.
My mum listens to this. You just call my mum a nagger on live on YouTube?
I wouldn't say like nagging. I would say more like that.
Overprotective? Protective?
Yeah, kind of protective. Kind of protective. You know,
Most
like
protective.
Yeah, protective. Let's say that. Just trying to reel it in a little bit because I know if every step of the way you've pushed me, I've pushed back, and you pushed me, I've pushed back, and I could see it kind of getting to a point where we just pushed a little too hard for each other, and it wouldn't have been fun. And we've managed to keep it like that.
And we work together, so
yeah. So it's been good. It's been good. It's the perfect level of competition where it's at right now.
So no, we're really excited. It's going to be
I know that all the members are getting pretty sick of our shit talking as well.
Yeah, exactly.
They're getting sick of it too.
Yeah, I've heard on multiple occasions from different clients, you guys are like an old married couple, just bickering. I was like, we're not bickering, we're bantering.
This is how we communicate now.
That's right.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Well, that's it is what it is. Client shoutouts?
Yeah, client shoutouts. Just to be really confusing, I'm gonna do 2 client shoutouts, one to Kirk and one to Kurt. So we'll say Kirk first, my friend Kirk, Kirk. I'm doing a client shout out to him because he's been training with me for a little while now. on and off over the years, I've written him some programs, and just recently, he's really started taking his training seriously, really seriously, and he started committing to it hard. Bought himself a shiny new belt.
Ooh, SBD.
It's real nice.
You're dropping $300 on a belt.
Yeah,
you're getting serious.
That was a defining commitment, line in the sand. He's all in, and his lifts have been going up exponentially. Like
awesome.
Over these last few months, they've shot right up. So shout out to Kirk for putting in the work, because he's definitely reaping the benefits from it.
Cool.
And
we'll go 1 for 1.
1 for 1?
Yeah. I'm going to jump in, and David. Now, I originally thought it was David Boscotti. Turns out it's Boscuti. And I was like, that is amazing. I'm going to be saying nonstop, shake that booty, Boscuti. All right. But anyhow, David.
You got it.
Yeah, David has been training with me for over a year now. Super consistent. In a year, I think he's missed like 1 or 2 sessions, and he trains with me twice a week and 4 times a week, basically. Comes in twice by himself as well. Super consistent. We first started, deadlifting was, well, like under 100 kilos, like, 80s, 90s. And anyhow, his semi-recently, he was up at like 177 and a half, but all of his reps have been getting heavier and heavier. So I'm like, he's on track for a big PB. And he's like, I want to hit 200, because he weighs roughly, 82 and a half. So he's like 2.5 times body weight, which is pretty great deadlift, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, I want to get 200, like 6 months. I'm like, he's going to be before that. And basically last week we're doing on our 5th working set, pulled a 185. I'm like, he's got basically 3 weeks before we test. I'm like, it would not surprise me if he pulls that 200 in like 3 weeks time.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks time. So I'm really excited for David.
It's definitely
This is my client shout out to David for crushing his deadlifts and being super consistent. Shake that booty, Boscuti.
Shake that booty,
Shake that booty.
My next client shout out is to Kurt, K-U-R-T, who actually, if I'm not mistaken, originally came to us because he saw one of our podcasts.
That's right.
So shout out to you, Kurt. He has been the same thing. He hasn't missed a session since he started with us a couple of months ago, and he has been absolutely crushing it.
He's a 3-a-weeker.
Yeah, he's been doing consistent sessions with me 3 times a week, and to his credit, I've been just saying the words, trust me, it gets better and it gets easy, trust me. And he's been trusting me, and he's been getting really, really good results out of his training. Never done any weight training before in his life. He's done some martial arts, boxing mainly in the past, and over the last 2 months, he's gone from 0 kilos deadlift to 185 on the hex bar, which he got earlier today. Just ridiculously strong. And just absolutely killing it. I pushed him through a grueling volume block, and he's still coming back, funnily enough. So as much as the look on his face in our sessions would say that he hates it, he's getting a lot out of it, and he is working his ass off. So big shout out to Kurt for putting in all that extra work so early on. He's just doing great.
Nice.
Proud of him.
Good stuff, Kurt.
Yeah.
Kirk and Kurt. Pulling up for Team Adrian here.
Yeah.
And my last shout out goes to Guy. Guy and his partner just had a little baby girl, which is awesome. Yeah. Little puppy Maeve Chandler there. Congratulations, guys. Guy's been training with me for years now. He trained with me for a couple of years back when this was a side of the house gym.
Yeah.
Before we moved into here.
I miss
Actually,
that place.
let me tell you about Guy. Guy worked with the Department of Water, and he was on I don't know what you call it, like work exchange. He was working out in Tonga.
Where is Tonga?
Like Pacific Islands, right? Tonga.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was working out in Tonga, helping them with their, water management. I'm not sure exactly. Mm-hmm. And he was basically just pedaling around the island and surfing on his days off.
Cool.
And he came back and weighed just nothing, like 60-something kilos. He was like very, very, very skinny, couldn't do much weights at all. And he has put in a lot of work and actually built up to a pretty good size. Then tore his labrum running for a train in Munich. Mm-hmm. So we haven't been squatting. Anyway, that's slowly come back. And then right when we were getting back into it, came off his bike, mountain biking, broke his arm and wrist. Yep. So hasn't been able to do any upper body. So now he's doing from no legs to only legs.
Bad time.
He had a bad time. But he's had an adorable little baby girl.
He has.
Poppy. And she was only like 3 kilos. And we were joking because that's about as much as you can bicep curl right now, guy.
To his credit, one of his arms looks great.
Because the entire time he was in a sling, he was just with the resistance band doing arm wrestling moves in the corner of the gym, just staring people down, doing like the Devin Lorette.
He's been putting in work. He's been putting in work as he can, as broken as he has been. Yes. He's been putting it in.
I believe his goal on the goal board is don't be broken for 2021.
That is a great goal.
It's a great goal.
It is a great goal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that one.
Yeah. So that's our 4 shout-outs for the day.
Cool. And what else have we got going on? What else is happening other than the squat challenge and Christmas coming up?
There's nothing. I've just been squatting.
Yeah, same.
I've just been squatting.
Just squats.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing lately? Oh, just training and working. What else? No. Just training.
Just training and working.
I don't have time for anything else. I did 4 reps today and it took me 2 hours.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what I did last night? I got to go to the Burns Beach Twilight Markets, which was great. And you know what I ate?
What?
Nothing. Because I'm trying to lose weight. Well, my partner's sitting there. They have Indian tacos called tikka tacos.
Yeah.
And they looked and smelled so good. Basically, it was like a taco made of roti bread, and you could get like chili paneer or like chicken or lamb, like curry tacos. And then she also, because she got 2 of those. And then she also got, instead of, you get like a chicken and chips or like a chips and gravy. It was chips with butter chicken.
Like loaded fries?
Like loaded fries, but with butter chicken and gravy. I was like, oh my God, it smelled so good. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
All right.
I'm so sorry that I have to eat this in front of you. I'm like, Dad.
Just had an idea.
How dare you?
Just had an idea. You know what we should do?
What?
Post-competition. Maybe not on the day, but we should just like rest, recover, come back. Maybe the day after, something. I don't know. We should do an eat-off.
An eat-off?
We should celebrate.
Yeah, but as in competition eat-off? Because
like a food challenge after the squat challenge.
We already had a Nando's day once, and you couldn't even finish a chicken.
Hey, well, I
You were
did
the
finish
only
that
one.
chicken.
You had 3 out of 4 bits. Gavin, myself,
Redemption.
and
Do you not
and
remember
Guy all
after-
had the whole chicken.
Jess and Megan had their comp.
Yeah.
And then we went to Nando's.
Yeah.
And then I ate an entire chicken.
Oh, so you're 1 for 2. You're
Redemption.
You're batting 50%.
Redemption.
Batting 50% is not impressive, sir.
But we should do that. I think we should do, because I've been eating well. I hate it. And you've been eating really well.
Look, if you want this to be the 2021 challenge and eat off, I'm all down for that because I can train for that.
That's actually a good one. We should do that and we should get everyone involved. No.
That'd be a good video too. You know those competitive food eaters, they get good views on their channels.
No, I'm talking about like the day of, like literally right after the challenge. We should go and eat.
Yeah, no, we'll feast. We'll plan out hard. like a tour to fridge, but of fast food places. Or whatever we want. Yeah. Be good.
That's one that the members can get involved in. Although you guys can't come and watch on the day, come and watch us eat afterwards.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun one.
It will be a fun one. But I guess apart from that, it's just a bit of a short podcast. We wanted to get one in before the squat challenge. I
guess there is one last thing.
Oh, what?
I can't believe I almost forgot it. Ooh.
Yeah.
I got engaged.
Congratulations.
So that's yay. So that's new and exciting. That happened last week.
Do you want to tell the story? Because it's a pretty cool story.
I'll tell the story. The story is kind of nice. So there's a little bit of backstory for the story. My fiance, I was going to say my girlfriend, my fiance, Sarah, she works for the Black Swan Theatre Company at the moment on a show called Oklahoma. And a couple of weeks ago, we went out for after-work drinks with her and all of the actors on the show. Lovely people. Lovely, wonderful people. And then last Thursday, so I got to meet them all a little bit, and that was kind of nice. Last Thursday, we went out for dinner for date night, and I took the afternoon off here. I went to meet her in the city before she started the show. She had to be back by 6, so I met her in the city at 3, and we had an early dinner. And just before dinner finished, she got a call from the stage manager. We've lost something. I'm so sorry to call you. Can you please come in early? It's an emergency, all hands on deck. So she was like, oh my God, okay, let's go. So we were just around the corner. So we went into the backstage area and we were looking around for stuff. And she was like, I'm so sorry to call you back in, please. And there was lots of noise and the actors were all on the stage singing and it was all very serious. And so I didn't have much time to think about the logistics of what was happening. And all of the actors were there warming up their vocals. They started off with fa la la la, and then they started breaking into a couple of songs that Sarah and I were singing to each other. And in my mind, I was like, that's not in the show. Maybe it's just a warm-up song. And then I kind of got a little distracted, and Sarah was like, look for the thing, look for the... At the end of the show, someone gets married and there's a little ring box and a ring. And so I was like an idiot looking for something that didn't exist for a little while, looking all around the stage, backstage. And then all of a sudden she goes, I found the ring. And she proposed to me and she surprised me with it. And then as she proposed to me, all of the actors were kind of like, ha ha, and changed the song. And so they were serenading us they're all amazingly talented singers as well, serenading us in a few other songs that Sarah had chosen. Yeah, she asked me to marry her, and I said yes, and it was all very fun and exciting, and everyone there was in on it, all of the actors, all of the stage crew, the whole lot. So that was very, very exciting.
It's very cool, man.
Yeah, it was. Very cool. It was really nice.
And everyone here at the gym is extremely happy for the pair of you.
Yeah. So that's cool. Fun and exciting. Nice. Engaged. Sounds different saying it. Engaged.
That's right. Well,
yeah.
I'm going to go get engaged with the squat bar again. Okay?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, me too, unfortunately.
Perfect. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back and prepare for next week's squat challenge video, the lead up and the big show, and then possibly an eat off afterwards.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of content coming at you.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be very exciting.
Nice.
So stay tuned.
Awesome, guys.
See you
Have
later.
a good one.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.